Okay, these are the essential bar tools that are a benefit for you to have behind any given bar or even at your home bar. These will definitely impress your guests and your customers, and it's good to have these. It's something that you'll even appreciate after you acquire a few of these tools for yourself.
Okay. This is a full speed blender to crush about any cocktail that you'd like. Pina coladas, margaritas, all kinds of blended cocktails, perfect. This is a nice strong blender here. Show you what's called a flash blender. This is a very old version of a flash blender. I kind of like this. It's one of my favorites actually. This doesn't really crush ice. What this does is it quickly whips in about 4 or 5 seconds the liquid ingredients that are inside the glass. And then of course you pour this over the ice in the glassware of the cocktail that you're going to be using. So this is really quick and really cute. Okay, we have a really perfect size ice scoop here for all occasions. It's a 24 ounce actually. It's about a medium size ice scoop. This fits perfectly in ice wells and in most all bars that you'll ever work in, and it's actually perfect for home use as well. They have different sizes, smaller than this and much larger than this. This is really the perfect size. Okay, we have the two shakers and strainers, the shaker tins, mixing tins, and the strainers. These are essential for any bartender to have anywhere you're at, whether private parties, working in a club, or even at home. And this is the actual small size of that as well, for single cocktails and single shooters and things like that. Okay, next we're going to cover the rimming carousel here. You put some lime juice in here for margaritas. This is the kosher margarita salt, the coarse margarita salt. And also I have some cinnamon sugar in there for now. And this is perfect. You simply dip the glass inside the juice here, and then dip it inside the salt there. Obviously you don't want to use the lime juice for rimming sugar. You might want to do some lemon squeeze juice, something a little sweeter for the cinnamon sugar as well. Okay, this is known as a brandy snifter warmer. It's a really wonderful tool to use behind the bar, especially on winter nights when some customers of yours might be ordering some cordials of any given kind, and you might want to ask them if they'd like it heated or not. Sometimes they even request it on their own. The last thing we want to do is put it in a microwave. So this warmer is perfect. What this is, obviously it holds the snifter glass perfectly. There's a candle on the inside. You simply light that. You might want to trim the wick a little bit because you don't want the flame touching the bottom of the glass. And then you want to simply allow it to heat the liqueur up for maybe 30 to 45 seconds. That's all that's necessary. You don't want to get it hot, you simply want to get it warm. And you might want to twist the glass around a little as you're going along too. Really nice tool. Okay, next let's move over to the atomizers. I have vermouths in both of these. One is dry and the other one is sweet. These are perfect to have at all times, even at private parties, at home, or working for another club or a hotel. Okay, let's move over to the center area here, and let's start off right here. What this is known as church key, and it's actually nothing more than a bottle opener, of course, for beverages of beer and soda and what have you. And it simply clips on your belt, which is really handy in nightclubs when you're really working fast and don't feel like bending over to the bottle opener that's connected to one of the speed racks in order to open up the bottle. You simply have this connected to your belt, and it stretches out about 2 foot, I'd say, and it's perfect because you really use this while you're on the fly, on the move, in a real busy nightclub. This is just a simpler version, double-ended bottle opener, can opener. Wonderful tool here that's very useful, especially if you're working in a restaurant that makes a great deal of old fashions. This is what's called a muddler, and you simply muddle down the orange and the cherry and the bitters and sugar in an old fashioned as you do mint sprigs in a mint julep or a mojito. Two classic cocktails. So this is really great to have around. This is a long stem twisted measuring spoon. It's also great for layering liqueurs and floating for pousse cafes. And at the same time, this end here, if you don't happen to have an ice pick around, this is perfect for when you're making lemon twists for garnishes and I'll show you that in the garnish extravaganza when we're actually cutting them. This can be used in place of an ice pick by going in between the fruit and the skin to separate the two to make the lemon twist from. This is what's called a cocktail whisk. Something really cute, nice to have around, and you simply put this in the drink after you finish pouring it, drop it to the bottom, and then just give it a few twirls, and you twirl it all the way up through the glass. And it kind of gives it a quick shake while it's in the glass instead of using a shaker and a strainer for that. Really cute tool. Okay, let's do the pour spouts. There's a couple different pourers here. We have the filtered plastic pourers, the squares. And when these first came out, they were round, longer, and had a grill on them, which is a filter grill, of course, and they were called whiskey gates at that time. You don't see those too much anymore. I may have one around in my pack myself. So these are really wonderful to use. And these are two different types of stainless steel pourers. One's a thin fast stream, and this is a thick fast stream, like a super fast pourer. So you want to have this poured over the glass in a shot form, only about half the amount of time as this. As you can tell, the difference is quite a bit. Okay, next we have the three different types of wine openers. Actually, they're just two different types, but I want to show you the difference between these two. This is called a boomerang. If you lift it up like that, it shows the four cutters. You put this at the very top of the wine bottle, and you literally have to move this only about a half of a turn around, and it completely cuts the foil right off the top. And you simply close it like this, open it like that, and enter the corkscrew inside the cork. When you're finished, take the cork off and close it back down. Now the difference between this is this doesn't have a knife. This has the same as this here. It has the cork drill and it has the bottle opener as well. That's what this is too, okay? Same as that. The difference between the two, this has a knife. This is one of the kind of the original wine openers that there are. These are different straws. Tall straws, kind of thick straws, which is nice. Sometimes the thin ones, they're making them too thin these days. So I have the clear ones, I have the black ones here, but there's different colors all over the place, so take your pick. These are the smaller size straws. Let's take a look at them here. About 2 inches difference in size. Obviously for smaller size glasses. This is what's known as a swizzle stick. Hard plastic, about 5-6 inches long. After the cocktail's finished, you want to put this in so the customer, if he prefers to mix the rest of his drink himself at his own leisure, that's what that's for. Okay, let's take a look at a couple different cocktail picks, or cocktail spears, how they're called. Let's take a look at 3 of them we have here. We have the sword, about 2-inch length. We have one about 3-inch length here, which is a type of a spear. Really nice and attractive. And we have kind of a chest look. You put the black one there actually, it looks kind of groovy. Kind of 2-pronged. And these are wonderful for olives and cherries and other types of fruits. Obviously we have longer ones if you want to use a shish kebab, a fruit shish kebab, which would be kind of cool. And then we have the, you can actually use chopsticks for garnishes as well. A few differences there. Well, I tell you what, let's go all the way and show you the last one that I happen to have here for the series that I'm going to be using. Is a golf tee for a cute little garnish on top, something to kind of, that won't be sinking down to the bottom of the drink, but really kind of floating on top. Okay, and one of the last garnish tops we want to use for some summer drinks and what have you, island cocktails, is a cocktail umbrella. Really beautiful. They come in a bunch of different colors, orange, purple, yellow, red, green. I think they come in around boxes of 100 or 200 or so, I'm not sure. You don't need that many, but we have plenty here to play with, that's for sure. Really wonderful for a great looking addition to a cocktail. Say if you're laying out by the pool or what have you, it kind of creates a shade over your drink so it doesn't melt as fast. Okay, the last thing we want to have, and to make sure that we always have behind the bar, is a couple bar towels. One for wiping the bar top down, of course, but one for always keeping your hands super clean. It's absolutely essential to keep your hands clean as well as keeping the bar clean. So always have, maybe 3 or 4 of these around at all times for yourself, okay? Great, so we've covered pretty much all the bar tools here that I think you'll need for any given occasion. And have a great time. And if you need any of these tools, or look them up, go in the Yellow Pages and locate your nearest restaurant and bar supply. Some stores have some of these tools, like maybe your fine wine and liquor stores have a few of these. But to go to your restaurant and bar supply, it really gives you a wider range of the different tools that are out there that you can choose from once you're there. So that's it. We're finished.